Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sanjay Sethi. I am the Executive Director of Plant-Based Foods Industry Association. We have about 40 minutes of discussion today, and today we are going to talk about what is plant-based foods. Before I start, may I ask this room, how many of you are the vegetarians? Okay, less than half. Actually, that's the number I thought about it. And because when we ask somebody how many are vegetarian, those who have eaten egg or meat at least once in lifetime, they think we are no more vegetarian. And that's what is the status looking for in India. When they say that 70% are flexitarians or meat eaters, maybe they are not eating meat every day, they are eating once in a week or something like that. So this segment focuses on meat eaters, or this segment focuses on the vegetarian food eaters. That's the discussion that we are having, how to grow the plant-based foods. What are the plant-based foods? Well, plant-based foods by definition means that this is plant only. So plant only means dal roti is also plant-based, but the real context what we have here is the ones which replace animal sources of foods, whether it is mock meat or it is plant-based dairy, soy milk, oat milk, and also now there are more and more variants. And we have an excellent lineup of the panel. So I have the pleasure to introduce them. And before I do that, I would like to also briefly tell you that I represent the association of the plant-based food industry, which was set up about 10, 11 months ago. And there are about 85 members now exactly 85 members of the association. And this association is not only driven by young entrepreneurs in the plant-based food sector, but also there are some big companies like Novozymes, Simrise, the ones who have been there all over the world, like Carry, and these are the companies have been at the forefront of the change. They are also part of the association, and the association is growing. These are early times, and thanks to IFF that we got the focus on plant-based for the first time in Food Forum. So these are so early times that we came out with a report, and we have a copy of the report. My colleagues are here. It's called The Dawn of Plant-Based Age. And that report actually said that from a meager $265 million worth of market that we have today, which is about 2,000 crores, it is going to jump to about 40,000 crores in the next 10 years. I have Anand on my right side. He would not agree with that. He would say, no, we'll reach there much faster. So there are people who are naysayers. They feel, okay, maybe, yeah, $5 billion in a big country like where you have $500 billion worth of food, $5 billion is nothing. It's like nothing. You are nowhere. So both the arguments are very well taken, and both the arguments are correct. So how we can ensure that a country which is predominantly eating vegetarian food can also look at this category as a big category, so that when you apply something like butter on your roti, and if you replace it with a plant-based butter, roti becomes plant-based food. Oh my God. If roti becomes plant-based foods, then it's not going to be only $5 billion. Then it's a $50 billion opportunity. Maybe 5 years, 10 years, or maybe even 12, 13 years. It's a huge opportunity. And also the fact that there is $50 billion worth of exports that we do from India as foods, but hardly there is any which is truly processed. What we are doing basically rice, which is primary process, or what we are doing catching some fish here and exporting, or some other commodity exports. This is not the real food processing is. Food processing is that you actually make such an amazing biscuit, a bicky, that the world buys from you, not the Indians staying in the US buying from your bhujia. No, the world buys your product. We missed that bus. We missed that opportunity 10, 20 years ago when it was unfolding. Then came organic. Even on organic, Indian organic doesn't command the same premium that the rest of the world commands, maybe barring some good companies like Organic India. So what does it mean? That did we also partially miss the organic opportunity? Why is it that we do not get the premium that the word organic gets? So there is a little bit of soul searching there which we need to do. In plant-based foods, India is at the forefront bringing that change, and we are not going to miss that opportunity. So we have excellent speaker today. Let's start from this end, from Pritham. Kindly introduce yourself, the company that you come from, and very briefly tell us your opening statement for today.
Hello everyone, my name is Preetham Patnaik. I represent a brand called Continental Greenbird. We have the company is CCL Products India Limited. We are a coffee manufacturing company as well as got into this category. So what I say is that the category is niche of plant-based, but there are a lot of growth potentials if being approached in the right way of it.
Hello. Hi, my name is Sohil. I represent Blue Tribe Foods. I'm the Chief Commercial Officer for Blue Tribe Foods. We are a plant-based meat company operating in India for the last 2 years now. As a purpose-driven company, I think what we are trying to do is essentially remove animals from the food supply chain. I know it's a very, very broad statement to make, but that's the aim over the next 15, 20 years. Try and give as many use cases as possible to people so that without the use of animal ingredients and hopefully in every aspect of their lives.
Hi, good morning. My name is Anand Nagarajan. I'm the co-founder and CEO for Shakahari. We build a product of meat alternate lines for the Indian palate and the Indian cuisine. Broadly purpose-driven, very similar to most of the other companies over here. Happy to double-click on any other points during the panel discussion over here. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hello. Good morning all. I'm Umesh Joshi. I am Director Supply Chain and I represent McDonald's India. And we work across multiple suppliers to source all food items and packaging items in India and some of even outside. Thank you.
Hi, I am Pradeep from Evolved Foods. It's a Bangalore-based company. After about 4 years of research, we have brought to market something which is a whole muscle mutton alternative, 100% plant-based, can be cooked in all the Indian curries, biryanis, and all of that. We are trying to make sure that every 8 kgs, 10 kgs that we sell, there is a goat saved somewhere. And we are trying to make sure that cardiovascular health is something that we focus on.
Very good morning, Dr. Sudhir Tamne from Burger King, India. I'm with the company for last 8 years. I take care of technical, quality, regulatory. I'm food technologist by education. Today we have around 351, but youngest in the QSR segment in India. We'll discuss during the course of time about the various initiatives on the plant-based today.
Hello everyone. I am Prerna Bajaj, Director of Veggie Foods. I'm basically an advocate myself, and I look after the R&D department of my company. So just to give a small brief in 2 lines, the main motto at Veggie Foods, which what I believe in, is manufacturing foods which have great quality using the best, latest technology and the greatest invention and innovation which we can possibly bring into. And this is a motto to drive towards excellence. Moreover, I also believe that animal slaughter should be less, because it was actually published in the NHS UK that 8 million people on the earth slaughter 80 million land animals every year and trillion of fish. So we at Veggie believe that we promote more plant-based food so less animals are slaughtered. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Chef Nitin Puri from Griffith Food India. I'm Director Culinary for Griffith Foods. So Griffith is primarily ingredient solution partners. We work extensively with all HoReCa and the QSR processor segments across the world. So Griffith has a motto: we blend care and creativity to nourish the world. And this nourishment has prompted us to be partner in all sustainability efforts across the world. We are in partnership with a lot of plant-based companies, providing them the solutions across 30 countries in the world. And in India itself, we have been working a lot with quite number of players in the market who are into processing and also working out in developing some special solutions for the HoReCa segment. So we work across with a lot of farming community, helping them in growing sustainable farming, and also help them to distribute their products across the world with the help of our sister concern called Terova. So here I'm expecting to take some good knowledge and some understanding from the industry leaders so that we can come across with some better solutions and make plant-based solutions a success in this country. Thank you.
So, Chef Nitin, as he mentioned, is from Griffith. Griffith is also the session partner for today. Thank you for supporting us there, Chef. And I want to start the conversation with you, Anand. Sustainability, I know, is very important for you. And you have been talking about sustainability yesterday also during the plant-based food meeting with the marquee retailer of the country, that is Reliance. And the room was full, and we were all listening to you and to also Prasanna Shah from Reliance, and of course Amitabh was also there. Now that you've got funded, you have the money now, will you now look at the other sustainability aspects like sustainable packaging, or you would just find on the laurels that our food is sustainable, or would you look at the supply chain of also sustainability?
So I think, see, fundamentally the category for us is more sustainable food, right? In terms of energy conversion, either white meat or red meat, 9 calories to 1 calorie is what you get on meats, 40 to 1 is what you get on red meats. We are more efficient so fundamentally our category is more sustainable. And now when we start this conversation with consumers, they typically go down, the first question that comes up, but aapka packaging plastic mein hai, right? I mean, but Amazon still, yeah, Amazon's the number 1 retailer globally, right? He still sends cardboard boxes, respectfully. They haven't solved it yet, right? Packaging and sustainability in packaging is a very, very important topic. And I think a lot of the majors need to take the step first. Then smaller companies like us can start playing to those standards of saying, if it's more acceptable there, or if they have cracked it. And these are companies that are there for 100 years, right? We started selling in December last year. So all we are saying is, listen, if a 100-year-old company fixes it, sustainability, there are lots of credible work happening. Having said that, companies like us are very conscious about it. Now we have a plastic tray in our packaging. We are now already talking to mushroom fermented packaging solutions to come in and say, can we replace the plastic tray? Inherently, we are sustainability first as a company, so we think about it at the get-go. But some of the harder problems to solve, I think some of the larger companies in the world need to show us the way in terms of what is this sustainable packaging there. Policy makers like yourselves need to come out and talk to FSAI and say, listen, what do we promote in sustainable packaging? Then obviously we will adopt it quicker than others because it's a part of our core DNA to be more sustainable.
Yeah. So Sohil, the same question from you. When he's saying that the more endowed organizations, basically he's saying that Blue Tribe is supported by Anushka Sharma, Virat Kohli, so you have more money, right? So you can solve the problem.
I don't think if money was the issue of solving the sustainability in packaging problem, it would have been solved a long time ago. I think it needs like Anand very rightly said, it needs scale to be able to develop sustainable packaging which can be used in products or in the frozen supply chain. There are much, much bigger companies than ours who still haven't resolved this. That being said, sustainability, because we are in the sustainable food category and we are looking to make a difference, so sustainability is in our DNA. We do, so all of the plastic that goes out, we actually have a tie-up with this company called the Disposal Company, which picks up as much food plastic as goes out. They pick up that much and recycle that. So we are a plastic neutral brand, but we have not been able to identify a good solution to be completely sustainable in the packaging from manufacturing onwards. So I think that will require some bigger players to kind of pave the way for us to understand what works well.
Yeah, Pritham, you would have seen from my face expression, I'm not satisfied, right? So I hope you'll give a different answer.
So I feel I agree with Sohail and Anand. The reason being, if you have to ask the category to be sustainable on packaging, there are FMCGs in the world, not mentioned, who sells a lot of sachets, and the whole India is flooded with sachets. If they cannot find a sustainable one You are asking somebody who is fundamentally selling sustainable. In itself, we are doing a greater goodness for the society.
Great.
I don't think so.
So we can do more. So we can do more. Maybe we can come to you, Wesley. Prerna?
So what I believe that sustainability, according to me, is we aim at consumer affordability, because if we make the products affordable to the consumer, he's going to come back and get sustained. So that's why the products that we have started with 25 rupees and it goes up to 300, 400. So in my point of view, affordability plays a very vital role as far as sustainability is concerned.
Okay. So I think you are the only savior now, Pradeep? Say something different, huh?
See, as a food company, I think I agree with Anand and Sohail. The kind of skill sets that we bring on board. No, allow me to explain. The kind of skill sets that we are able to hire and bring on board are creating sustainable food. When it comes to the packaging material, availability and innovation needs to come from the experts. So unless that becomes available at a mass scale, again, if the solution is coming at 20 rupees and the clients are not willing to pay for it, it will just kill the other purpose where you are able to deliver sustainable food itself. So I think it is for the experts to work on that and give us that solution, but we are willing to work with that.
Okay, so now experts, Burger King and McDonald's, guys, it doesn't get better than that. So I want to ask both of you that what is that you are doing on sustainability? Because, Indian audience is very forgiving, but at times it can be very unforgiving also. So we were talking in the speaker room that we want to solve the problem of imported oils, and you are still using palm oil, right? Can you use local oils or not if because the customer is also asking low-priced burger, and even after 15 years you are still selling some burger at below 50 rupees, which is fantastic. I really clap for that. But can you tell us what other things that you do in sustainability? We would like to learn, and our industry would like to follow. That's what these 5 speakers have said, that we would like to learn from the experts. So you are the experts, both you and Burger King.
So in terms of sustainability, we currently source a lot of products from only sustainable source, like for oil for our suppliers, as well as oil what we use at the restaurant. We use RSPO certified oil, and it is a refined, it's called olein. And in terms of localization, actually, if you see, India is not self-sufficient in oil. Okay, if we migrate to some local oil, again we have to change the blend. Okay, and we work with the global team, and because of the crisis, many of the markets are in olein as well as in sunflower oil, but because of Ukraine and Russia crisis, currently there is a shortage of the softseed oils. So that's why all the markets has got some of the extensions in terms of using olein. And second is in terms of fresh produce, we have global GAP certified farms. Basically, we take care up to the farm level. We are sourcing our products from sustainable sources. And in terms of fish, our fish is Alaska pollock. It comes from US throughout the world, fillet of fish.
Other than the animal sources of food on this platform, can you tell us something about the plant-based foods?
So plant-based foods trial we have taken in terms of product taste and other things. As of now, we see there is, in terms of value and taste, what we are offering to the customers it's not matching to the price point. However, once the ecosystems develops, and if you see the currently like chicken prices is some 300 rupees plus, okay, and in terms of soya, Nutella, you might be knowing the brand, so the cost comes around, as of now it's around 60 rupees, right? And the product which goes into the plant-based, mostly the imported products, the pricing is almost more than 700 rupees. It's much more than chicken. It's at par with mutton actually, right? So customer is not willing to pay that much. And second thing is taste. If we talk more about nutrition and taste and provide the value for money to the customer, that definitely it will be flying down the lines 5 years.
Okay, Burger King. I have really very high hopes from Burger King because you are the guys who got the maximum eyeballs when Impossible Meat happened all over the world, and you got all the publicity, free publicity.
After investment.
Yes, and you pocketed the money. So kindly now spend. Buy at least 4 5 plant-based items and make it available in Burger King in India
Yeah,
very
sure.
soon.
I'm coming to
Immediately, tomorrow.
that. I'm coming to that. Yeah, give me 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not take- you want
We
take
have
it
only
over?
19
Yeah.
minutes. I cannot
Okay,
give you
so
10
I asked
minutes.
the 10 minutes out of it. But I will just split my reply in two things. What are the sustainable initiatives we have taken so far? And then I will come to your answer too. So on the sustainability, of course, as Umesh also said, the RSPO certified oil, complete traceability on animal welfare. These are the walks of our life. We have developed these systems right from the beginning, the Global Gap certified. Another things which I would like to mention here with the pride that our entire food menu is free from the synthetic colors and artificial flavors. The entire menu, not one or two options. Then coming to the vegetables, of course, we have a complete traceability and all farms get certified. We can trace all our animals up to the grandparents level, and these animals are completely grown with an antibiotic-free environment. These are some of the things. On the packaging side, had some discussion. All our front-end packaging is free from the plastic. As some of my colleagues also said, we are also facing the challenges in terms of eliminating the plastic from the supplies we get from our suppliers. We are working on it, but on the front end, the entire packaging is free from the plastics.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, Chef Nitin, your chance.
Yes, sir.
So we would like to know that you have been there all over the world, and Griffith is supporting this plant-based sector. Can you tell us what is that we should be doing on the sustainability front?
So, to come to the basic aspect, Griffith always divides its sustainability program on the basis of three aspects: the planet, performance, and the people. So it's not only related to the supplier or the production aspect, we also look into the well-being and fulfillment of the people, which is basic, because if your people are trained, they are well informed, they can help you in reaching out deeper. The other aspect is we look into the supplier routes also. We started working on sustainability platform, and we started recognizing our suppliers who are certified. So like eco-goddess certifications we are looking at, and globally we are also working in all the units to reach those certifications. The third aspect is we are looking at our climate actions in terms of what is our greenhouse emissions norms, how we can get into reduction of those. I just want to let you know that our Bangalore plant is being run on solar energy. From last 3 years when we have converted it, we have brought down our electricity consumption on our traditional sources by 52%. And we are looking in the future to go net carbon zero. So in that aspect, we are actually looking at all three basics. I think when we work all on these, the sustainability platform reach increases. And when we work, when I talk about the certified suppliers, we also look into the source. If the source where they're working with, how is that affecting the health and nutrition? Are the products being used can help in increasing the nutrition? So we are working in one aspect about clean label, what we call about is the fortification. We are working on solution which can help you increasing the nutrients of the product. So primarily, it can also look into the reduction of the sodium. So these kind of aspect, which is the overall, works into the sustainability platform for us.
Yeah. Thanks. Prerna, there was a question about the price which was spoken about by the major chains. And I know Wesley had launched a product, a stick kind of product.
Yeah, that's
which
the
was
chopstick which we have launched.
25 rupees, right?
Yeah, that's 35.
Fantastic. You also launched soya chop, again, focusing on the customers.
Yeah.
You have been working with the customers and democratizing this category for
Yeah.
everybody. You are there in the northern India especially.
Yeah.
So can you talk about the price issue, but kindly keep it brief?
Yeah. See, we basically believe in customer satisfaction. And after a long amount of my research and development, we have designed the prices of the products in such a way that it's affordable to the customer. For example, if as you were talking, you talk about the chopstick, which we have launched for 35. That's because to make it available and affordable to the customer. Similarly, we have also
One
got
Good also launched a milk for 59 rupees.
Pardon?
One Good,
Yeah.
one of the big companies.
Yeah, and our product is selling like hot cake, the 35 rupees one. Simultaneously, we have also launched other products like our vegan scrambled egg, which is the latest we have launched. And this was what I exhibited in my fair 2 days back in the UK, and it was liked by a lot of people. So it depends upon category. So I have made the prices in such a way so that the customer affords it and takes it.
Yeah.
I have done the bracketing in such a way.
So Anant, 2-3 questions, and I know you'll be able to handle all the questions. One is price. Second is the organizers are struggling to remove my words. Wherever I said milk, they will put beverage over there, because we are not supposed to say plant-based milk, soy milk, soya dash milk, soya space milk, soya milk without any dash. We are not supposed to say any of those. So now slowly meat will go off the table, then the burger, patty, I don't know how many. So what is happening in this country that we are not able to, we are just aping the West, that if you can't take the names there, you're going to take the names here? Or is it that we are trying to support our established industries? Or the issue which is all about developing the category? Can you talk about that, the issues that they spoke about? Can we work with HoReCa segment, or we have to keep doing D2C?
See, I think first up, HoReCa segments are a great brand discovery or a category discovery segment, right? I mean, HoReCa is a great way to do it globally. You've seen, Impossibles of the world have come in and grown primarily basis HoReCa access. I think the visibility that comes in from HoReCa is absolutely important, and any new category that comes up absolutely needs that partnership with HoReCa. And I'm hoping it's not 5 years, right?
Yeah.
Because then we're very disappointed because...
Yes, 10 minutes he said.
Yeah, the other one was 10 minutes. But McDonald's is telling me 5 years, and I'm a little set back with that. Talking about a larger conversation in terms of how we are contextualizing the whole thing, right? I mean, today when we sell a masala and we say it's a chicken masala, right? There is no chicken in a chicken masala, right? Fundamentally. But people come up to my packaging and they see a packaging and they're like, yeah, but इसमें chicken लिखा हुआ है. And I'm like, yeah.
You can't use.
But I'm like, chicken masala में भी chicken नहीं होता है. So हमारे product में भी chicken नहीं है. But to make that rational connection, and it's wonderful having that conversation. And I have this a lot with our customers, right? And you can see that light go up in their head. They're like, अरे point है इसमें. So people need to start understanding that these meats that we're talking about are more a flavor and a taste. We don't really mean to go out and kill an animal for it, right? I mean, if you look at two things that have happened in the last 20 years, our meat consumption has increased because obviously a per capita income goes up, but our affinity to own and have dogs have also increased. So I'm like, it doesn't connect in my head. How can we be a nation of pet lovers and say that we don't like animals, that we're going to go out and have chickens? It doesn't connect, right? And I think that is something that we need as brands to start putting out credible products in front of customers. And I think the more credible products that we put out, the switch is going to start becoming easier and easier for them to do it. Yeah. And I think that's where it's going to be driven.
So can we work with HoReCa? Is it possible?
Absolutely. I think, like Anand said, it's a huge discovery platform for discovering new tastes, new cuisines. I mean, 5 years back, nobody knew about Korean cuisine in India, right? Now it's such a huge thing. In the same way, in the West, plant-based meats actually became big because cuisines, or because QSRs and restaurants started supporting that. In the same way, I think HoReCa, while being a great discovery platform, is also a key opinion leader in food. You've got people listen to what chefs or what big restaurants are doing and then try to emulate that in whatever way they can. As a company, Blue Tribe has been working with HoReCa since I think the time we started. In fact, we have a few products which are only HoReCa. I think where the challenge lies is that we need to be able to cater to the kind of price point in order for HoReCa to go mass, or plant-based HoReCa to go mass. For example, currently we are selling our plant-based pepperoni to a Diablo pizza in Bombay, or a Joey's pizza in a couple of locations, a couple of cities. But those pizzas are not at the same rate at what you would get a Domino's at, right? So there is a slight premium associated with plant-based, which I think with scale we'll be able to kind of get that to the levels that, say, Burger King or McDonald's are looking at.
So Pritam, CCL Continental Coffee has been working with HoReCa from the coffee part, right? And now, are you able to translate that relationship into your Greenbird?
Yeah, it's a very big part of our strategy. In fact, what happens is, I would like to take some examples from different categories. So what ultimately we as a brand owners wants that ki ultimately my product is consumed at a household level. How can that happen? If you go and imagine 20 years back, Burger King's or McDonald's started with French fries. That's went into the HoReCa segment, that closely get into the household. So how did that happen? Because HoReCa, being a partner, had developed the category. So yes, HoReCa is not only developing category, but a long way to go building awareness for the category. So I don't think so we can walk in solace. A category development like us, yesterday also I was discussing with other categories where we were talking with the retailers, it is quite important that we should not see the category as brand owners and retailers, but rather see as co-working for the category itself.
Yeah.
So it is important.
Pradeep? So you started mutton chukka, right? Chicken chukka.
So the thing is, we started something which is a base product, which can be used to evolve the dish you love. So it is a chef's product. So
Veg
spices, yeah. It's basically whole muscle mutton alternative. Treat it like mutton, cook it like mutton. So we don't do any kind of finishing. At this moment, it is sold as a raw material, ready to cook material to all the restaurants. We are exclusively in HoReCa space. At this moment, there are about 40 plus dishes in the market, like starting from done biryani, nati biryani to curries and burgers, all of those. One thing that we have understood is, at the end of the day, rather than asking what is the cost of per kilo, if we sit across and discuss what is the unit economics that we need to work on, I think there is a solution we will be able to work towards. It's what is the dish that we are going to launch. If that is decided without understanding the issues on this side by somebody who wants to just launch the new product, there will be disconnects. So it is best that people are brought together on the table, discuss openly what are the concerns, and what is there for the brands to take away apart from the price. Once you leave the price aside, let's say there is a co-branding, there is some awareness that can be created, or the volume builds. At the end of the day, I think it is a combined call, and HoReCa will be the one that has to boost the market, and that will help us boost the market here.
Yeah. So how does the McDonald's think? Now secret is coming out that Burger King is working on plant-based foods. So maybe 3 months, maybe 4 months, 6 months, it will be there, right? So what is the conversation that you will have inside the company? That now they are there, now we should also come out, otherwise our customers will go there, because in every family there is one vegan, the number of vegans are going up from 0.5%, the world population of vegans has gone to 3%. So people have, somebody has lactose intolerance, somebody has got, doesn't want to eat meat because of ethical reasons, because of health reasons, because of sustainability reasons. So you will find that people are being pulled away, and on Tuesdays the flexitarians want to eat meat but not really from animal sources. So what would happen? Your customers in the food court, instead of going to you, will go to Burger King. Would you like it? Is there a way to work with these people, because they are ready with the product?
I think we were pioneers of QSR in India, and definitely it brings the first mover advantage to us. And I personally visit a lot of innovation centers of the companies, okay, and what's the trend we are aware about, okay, and rest thing, definitely industry will be moving, our competition also will be moving, we'll be also moving, right? So we have tasted the products and we have seen what is happening in the market, and we closely see the trends with our global teams, and definitely we will not be behind, I can assure about it.
He didn't like our taste, eh? He didn't like the taste. He's saying it. Please say something. It's right there.
Ajay, sir.
Yes.
Let's
Shakahari, CCL, everybody is there. Please,
Yes.
please answer him.
See-
Wesley is there. Evolved Food is
I
here.
think fundamentally from a HoReCa standpoint, right, I think we need to get into the same room, have this conversation, you need to try our products, right? Obviously the products that you're tasting off the shelf are designed for what we believe the customer requires. You're catering to a different taste palette in terms of what his expectations are. I think the ability to come in and work with brands like us is going to probably help that conversation move forward, right? Because one thing from a HoReCa standpoint we need to understand, right? Brand discovery today with Swiggy and Zomato has become easier for people to set up cloud kitchens. You look at ITC, MasterChef Creations is online, right? Something that we've been considering, saying, hey, listen, do we just open up our own cloud kitchen, through a cloud brand and do a QSR brand? Because discoverability becomes easier that way. But larger brands like you, if you start taking ownership up front, working with brands like us, so we are a nation that put paneer into pizza, right? So obviously we may not give you the same hamburger that you're selling from the US, but we'll give you an Indianized version of it for sure, right? Utna to, I'm pretty sure on stage with the players that you have, we'll be able to fix that problem.
And there are
for you.
many more off the stage.
So definitely, I would like to work with you all.
And I give
if
you
we
the
can-
list of all the 85 members with mobile numbers, email ID. They're just waiting for your call. Just give, at least in one store. Make it happen. We'll bring all the
So
customers to that store.
We can do some product tasting sessions with your
Thank you
teams,
so
okay,
much.
and
Sir,
see
that's-
that.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very good.
Sir, I have one comment.
Yes, yes, yes.
Churning out product is not a very, very difficult task. We have ample expertise here. But making it affordable. See, we are in the restaurant business and we have the footfall. We are also hungry for the new variety. But what we need is what we can sell it. And together then we can grow together. That is the cohort what we want to go. Yes, I know there are some restrictions at your end too. You people are trying to make it affordable, but when it is at our end, we have the platform or people who can sell it. We can sell them, we can give you the platform. Just help us out, it will be growing together in real sense.
In fact, we are setting up an entrepreneurial development center in Bhiwadi, which is part of a larger protein cluster. It will be world's largest and the world's biggest and the most modern protein cluster, plus a huge kitchen which will run into many, many floors of building in Bhiwadi. And this is inspired by something which is already existing in Canada, a protein cluster. And I invite big organizations like McDonald's and Burger King to come forward and be a part of it, because you will get a strategic advantage in these amazing value addition centers, because the product that the infrastructure which is there in about 100 acres, which is being envisaged, out of a 100 crores project, actually 90 crores will be given by government only. We don't need your money. We have enough money for that. What we need is the customer, not only for India, because it's a logistics center. From here, it will go right out of Mundra and Mumbai airport because of the dedicated freight corridor, and the other one which is going from Ludhiana to Kolkata, from there to the eastern region. And the fact that this is what is going to be discussed during the ministerial conference, which we'll have in La Meridian Hotel in the month of May, which will be the second plant-based food summit. The first one, minister came from the US, the Plant-Based Food Association came, their chairperson came, and FSSCI was there, APIDA was there. They all not only came, they also, the government funded us. We were only 15 members at that time. And when we were sitting in the room with the minister, I think Pradeep was there, and he said, Pradhan Mantri ji ne mujhe bola hai ki inki madad karo. I think Karthik, you were also there, right? Evo Food is sitting here. And then he said that my daughter is a vegan. So we felt that so much of government support, actually government in this sector is running faster than us, and we have amazing support from Ahimsa VC, or there is a Crystal Venture Studio. Shirer is sitting in the room. So there's so much of support there, but what we don't have is the customer. So with this, ladies and gentlemen, I bring this session to a close. The time is up. You have been a wonderful audience, and this panel was amazing. So claps for the panel, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.